Listen to the wind. What you have just seen, all of that footage, was the entirety of my recording from yesterday, which was Tuesday. Can't remember the date, maybe the 16th of October. Bad vlogger. Never mind. It does give me the opportunity today, though, to do sort of a mini podcast because I've got some knitted things to show you. First off, what I'm wearing. Do you remember that song? With a little bit of this and a little bit of that and shake your with a little bit of this and a little bit of that and shake your I used to love that. That came out when I must have been about 6 or 7. I remember dancing to it in PE at school. It was fun, loved it. I really liked the bit. Always liked wobbling my bum. So this top then I'm wearing that I've just displayed very elegantly is I think I owe farts. I haven't brought in the other ball of yarn. Not to worry though, because I think the information is in this book. So this is called the Treen Top and the yarn is Rauma Alpaca Lin. Can you see that? And it comes from my friend Catherine's shop. She's Bed of Roses. And she's my friend. So we send each other gifts and little bits and bobs that just nice to do actually. I say we send each other gifts. I think she sent me loads and I've got a box of things to send her and I still haven't sent it off. But we chat regularly and we're proper friends. So this isn't an ad in the sense that I haven't been sponsored. Although she sells this stuff, it was a gift to me. A gift. But if you like this gift, you can buy it too. Isn't it crappy that we have to say things like that? But we do have to say things like that because otherwise people can be so misled. So it's called the Treen Top. It's in Rauma Alpaca linen. And this one is the blue jean colour, 6555. And so when Catherine started to stock this yarn, she was very excited and showed me some of the patterns in this book. And this one stopped me in my tracks. I thought, oh, I love it. I want one like that. And I said to her, I love that. That's right up my street. So she sent me the book and the yarn. So kind. I tell you, I have got some extraordinarily generous friends. Both friends who I'm really friends with, but I've never met. And I know that seems funny. Unless you're in that situation, it does seem funny. I've got extremely generous friends that are my friends I've met in real life. And then I've got extremely generous friends who I've only ever chatted to through text, messenger, Instagram messages. But I'm so lucky. Not just because they send me things, but just the sharing of their life and the camaraderie and just the, you all right, girl, sort of thing, you know, just nice. Gorgeous. I've gone off on a tangent. Anyway, I think the size that I knitted called for 3 balls of this, and it literally took just under 3 balls, so spot on there. And I've got an extra ball left because Catherine sent me more in case my gauge wasn't quite right. And I'm wearing it over the top of jeans and a top. It's just nice and loose, so it's not necessarily the most flattering, but I don't care about that. And this top is another thing that I've been sent by a friend who is a proper friend, but I've never met her. We've got two mutual friends actually who have met her, so I'm a bit envious of that. So my friend Ali sent me this top. She's been an absolute monkey. She's sent me, I'm talking to you, Ali. Too generous. You're too generous. She sent me oodles of things. She's just one of life's givers, I think. Right, so I talked about this. That looked pervy, didn't it? Just sort my basket out. I've got to take my car for an MOT this afternoon, so I've been sorting out my basket, things that I need to take. I'm going to take my laptop and figure out, I haven't sat down, haven't given it the time, I've got a mental block over it, figure out how to get this raffle going. I wouldn't say I was a massive anxiety sufferer because I take medication that keeps all of that controlled, but there are certain things that really do make my brain bounce, and sometimes they make no sense at all, and sometimes on a Monday I'll be fine with a specific thing, and then come Friday I'm out of control with a specific thing. And at the moment I'm out of control with the whole concept of running a raffle. And yet, how many raffles have I painlessly and successfully run? Doesn't make any sense at all, and I know that, but I'm having a word with myself, and I'm hoping to power on through. Okay, I can't show you what I've been knitting with this, other than a little prototype. And I've got to post it off, so I'll have to record a little video of that and put that in a later date. I have finished the cinnamon swirl socks. Now the pattern calls for, well, gives you the option of, and is written for 2 separate colours of yarn, but I only had 1 skein of double knit sock yarn, which is Beaches and Birdsong in the colourway Pebbles. I've been saying Pebble all this time. I love Josie's yarn. I really, really love it. She sent me a skein of it ages ago called Weathered Beach Hut, and the socks that I've knitted in that are just lush. I look at them and I can feel myself purring. I love them so much. And then I bought some mini skeins, and then I bought another whole skein that I just couldn't resist. I wasn't supposed to be buying yarn. I've got much better at not buying yarn. Yarn keeps coming in, but it's not me buying it, promise. Honest, Gov. Well, I did buy this the other day because I thought I was going to run out, but I went over the top. Here we go. Let's show you these socks, because otherwise we'll be here all day with me waffling and going off on a tangent. Ooh, aren't they nice? Aren't they a spectacular pair of socks? Even though I say so myself. So in the pattern, you knit to, I think, about here, and then you change the colour and the texture changes. Such a fast knit. They knitted up very, very quickly because there's only 56 stitches on the needle. So that's a good 8 per row less, and you've got less rows for a start. So they flew. I think I did 2 in the time it would usually take me to do 1. Very good. I think they're going to be too tight in my shoe, but I want these as bed socks really. It's beginning to get very cold. We had a monster storm in the night. The rain was mental, but I didn't get up and look at it. I'm trying to stretch this texture out so you can, oh, it's showing really nicely. Look at that. I want to do a whole sock in that texture. I love it. Oh, I love it. But then again, my favourite knitting is literally knit, 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 knit. I just like the meditation, the meditative titty. Just going to put the other sock on second blocker. They're out now. The pattern for these are out now. Oh, I think I've got one vastly longer than the other one here. What have I done? No, I haven't. Yes, I have. Have I? Oh, what have I done? Nothing. I don't know what I've done. Look at the uniformity of that dyeing. So good, I love it. They're lovely. I'm really pleased with those. I think I have knitted them a little bit large, but if I don't get on with them, I know a man who will. Toby's got tiny feet. He's got tiny hands, which is hilarious because nothing else about him is tiny. He's tall, he's got a big ego. He's annoyed me. Yesterday, he's just got on my wick. There's something going on with him and he's got this tone of voice and it doesn't go down well with me and it doesn't bring out the best in me. So, yeah, I'm avoiding him. But he doesn't know, which is the best way. Dog's barking. Right, I've been jabbering for 12 minutes. That's quite long enough for a vlog, I think. But since... Just wait for them to stop barking. Since this isn't actually a proper vlog, because I failed yesterday, I'm sorry about Margot. She's obnoxious, really. She and Bunny are being a bit spooky at the moment as well. And I do blame the wind. I think it just stirs everybody up, doesn't it? One of the friends I was thinking of when I was just waffling about different types of friends you can have in your life is Barbara. Barbara has always been just such a lovely well-wisher. She's just such a kind lady and we have lovely chats. Sorry about that, an alarm went off. Anyway, what was I talking about? Barbara then. Yeah, she's just divine. She first contacted me when it was in the middle of lockdown and I'd started that cross stitch, which I still haven't finished, haven't picked it up in months. And she said that she'd got some really lovely little needles that I would love to use because they would fly through the fabric, which they do. She sent them to me, but she also, unbelievably generous. She also sent me a load of fabric and a load of little notiony things to go with cross stitch. And then a bit later on, she sent yarn. And then yesterday, she popped in the post, and they arrived today, a book, a Rowan book, because she didn't feel that she was going to get much use out of it. And I rather liked that one there. And I like those two there. So she sent me this. Just so kind. And also this, which is brilliant because it's grid paper plus a page for notes. And I've got something in mind for a pair of socks and for a jumper. I'll never get round to it. I know I won't. There's so many things I say, oh, I'm going to do this, and I never do it. But I like to think that one day I might. So these pages will become very useful for that. That dog is doing my head in. There's probably a leaf blowing around. She's barking at it. And her bark is so shrill and unpleasant. I love her dearly, but she is a neurotic and difficult dog to live with. So Barbara then also, with all of that, she said she's got too much yarn. So she just sent me some, which I'm not complaining about, but this is such good, nice yarn. I can't believe she can bear to part with it. Look at it. It's by Ainsworth and Prynne, which you can get from the Knitting Shed, and it's all in their classic sock, which is 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon. It's so nice, it's so beautiful, and absolutely my cup of tea. So I need to think of what to knit with that. I don't really wear shawls, I've come to realise, so knitting a shawl would be wasted on me. Gosh, I love it, but I don't really want 3 different socks. I want to use it together. I'm wondering, you know that Drea Renee knits, Andrea Mowry, you know she's got that jumper, the stripes jumper. Well, my friend Bex from Bex Creates podcast, she has knitted that without the stripes, and that looks brilliant. So I'm thinking I could do stripes. Well, she's done it with and without the stripes, I think. I could do it with just 3 colours striped, couldn't I? But I don't know if I've got enough yardage. She has podcasted about it, so I might just zip through her podcast and see what she has to say. But I'm quite lazy. I might just text her and go, here. I've got a WhatsApp group with her and Claire, her sister. So I expect Claire will know the answer too, because she's good like that. Right, that'll do. My mind's moved on now. I'm not with you anymore. I've moved on. I'm now walking the dog, packing my bag, sorting out the laundry, tidying up the kitchen, and driving to get my car MOT'd. So I'm gone. I'll see you tomorrow, which is actually today. It makes sense to me. Right, guys, thanks for being here with me, and thanks for putting up with all my cheesy, hammy, frustrated actress quirks and all of that. I can't tell you how much I cringe when I edit these podcasts, because I see myself behaving in the kind of way that if I see other people behaving like that, I just kind of think, oh God. And then I do it myself. Anyway, thanks for being here. Love having you guys around. Oh, that's me done. I'll get maudling. I forgot to say I've got this much left of a whole skein of DK. That's a good amount. And these socks, they're not short.